Smart, stylish, and easy to fit into your kitchen. The idea behind the NutriBullet Ultra personal blender. But beyond the clean design, there's also a surprising amount of power waiting inside. So don't let the size fool you. This little thing can really take your kitchen game to the next level. I'm Tina and welcome back to our Shouldit Blender Series. The biggest upgrade here is the interface. Once the cup is placed on the base, the controls turn on and show two blending options, which allows for hands-free operation and gives you much more control over the blending process. We also want to mention the blade. The rabbit extractor blade uses a stainless steel platform and a titanium coating, which is meant to improve durability over time. NutriBullet even has a 5-year limited warranty. The cups are also nicely done. They are made with Triton Renew material, which uses 50% certified recycled content. They are BPA-free, shatter-resistant, and dishwasher-safe too, so they feel very practical for everyday use. And that's the feature overview. Now let's see how it does in our test. But first, if you want a quick breakdown of how we do this, check out our explainer how Shouldit test personal blenders, which will make the rest of this video easier to follow. And now test 1, protein shake. For this test, we toss in protein powder, oat, almonds, dry blueberries, and milk. Then we blend until the oats fully break down and the shake turns smooth. When the blender starts, the blades create a nice vortex in the center of the cup. The oats and blueberries quickly get pulled down into the spinning blades. As the mixture thickens, you can see the ingredients moving in a steady loop inside the cup. The almonds are the toughest ingredient here, but they also slowly break down as the blades keep striking them. The whole process feels fairly hands-off. We simply press the button and let the blender keep everything moving on its own. And after 1 minute and 10 seconds, the shake looks well blended. And when we train it, the result looks thick and creamy. Most of the oats are fully broken down and the almonds are finely blended. You can still notice a few tiny blueberry skins and small flakes in the sieve, which means it isn't perfectly silky. Even so, the texture is smooth enough to drink pleasantly, and the remaining bits are very small. For us, this is still a very satisfying result. Protein shake 8.6 out of 10. Next, we move on to a frozen fruit smoothie. We're using a mix of frozen blueberries, blackberries, strawberries, and mango, along with honey, yogurt, and milk. This kind of recipe can be quite demanding for a personal blender. Frozen fruit pieces are dense and solid, so if the motor isn't strong enough or the blades aren't sharp enough, they can be very difficult to break down. But with the Ultra, you can expect the blend to get going quite easily. It starts off fairly well. The blades wrap the fruit and chop it down bit by bit. However, as the mixture thickens, some of the frozen fruit gets held up for a moment and the circulation slows slightly. But this is easy to fix. With just a quick shake of the cup, the vortex strengthens again and the blending continues much more smoothly. In just about 1 minute, the smoothie is done, and that's a very quick turnaround. More importantly, that speed has reserved the texture we want. The fruit stays cold, the smoothie turns out thick and creamy, and the whole drink feels extra refreshing. Honestly, this is a fantastic outcome. Frozen fruit smoothie, 10 out of 10. Before continuing with the rest of the review, we would like to be clear that this isn't a paid promotion. Every personal blender we test is self-funded to ensure unbiased evaluations and honest ratings. If you find this video helpful, a like and subscribe would be a huge support. And to our subscribers, thank you, we really appreciate you. Now we move on to the Fibrous grease test. For this one, we blend kale, spinach, and celery with water for 20 seconds. And then we strain the drink to see how smooth it is. Since the blend time is so short, this isn't an easy task, but the Ultra still does a very nice job there. The blades get to work right away and they liquefy the grease very quickly. The mixture moves well inside the cup, so the leaves don't just sit there or form a clump. Actually, celery is the hardest ingredient here, but the blender still keeps cutting through it steadily. You can see the drink turning darker and more even as the grease gets cut down smaller and smaller. After straining, only a small amount of fibrous material remains in the sieve. This tells us the grease are processed pretty finely. For such a short run, this NutriBullet Ultra totally wins us over. Fibrous grease, 9 out of 10. Last up is the ice crushing test. We fill the cup with ice only and blend until the ice is as fine as possible. After seeing such strong results in the earlier test, we honestly expect the Ultra to do just as well here. At first, it even looks promising. The blade spins very strongly, the motor never sounds overloaded, and the outer surface of the ice is clearly getting crushed. But after that, the process becomes very limited. The blades mostly shave down the outside of the ice sitting near them, while many of the cubes above stay almost untouched. We try having it along by shaking the cup a few times, but that really doesn't change much. It's obviously that the Ultra isn't designed for this kind of task. In the end, only around 70% of the ice is crushed, and most of that still comes out very coarse, not the fine crushed ice we want. So this is the weakest result of the whole review, and if the ice crushing is one of the main reasons you're looking at this blender, this outcome may leave you pretty disappointed. Ice crushing, 5 out of 10. So taking all 4 tests into account, the NutriBullet Ultra Personal Blender achieved an overall performance rating of 9 out of 10. If there is one thing the NutriBullet Ultra does especially well, it is presentation. The finish feels premium and the overall design comes across as more modern and polished than what we usually see in this category. We also really like that it includes extra cups for grab and go use. For gym goers or anyone with a busy routine, that's a really useful bonus. As for performance, its ice crushing ability does leave us a little disappointed. We were hoping for a stronger showing there, especially with the NutriBullet name behind it. Still, that shortcoming isn't enough to outweigh the rest of what it does so well. Beyond that one weakness, the general experience is very positive since our Ultra proves itself highly capable in almost everything else. So overall, we can confidently say that this blender is a good value for the money. If you love smoothies, shakes, and fast healthy drinks, the Ultra should be your go-to choice. So that's it for our review of the NutriBullet Ultra Personal Blender. You can find more details through the link in the description or explore other options in our Shouldit Blender series. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe so you catch our upcoming reviews. Thanks for watching Shouldit and see you in the next video. Bye!